Most founders sound exactly like the competition. If you want to be competitive in a crowded market, you can't just be better, you have to be different. I'm your host, Cameron Olds.
And I'm Dallin Merrill, and we're here to talk about how you can avoid being mistaken for your competition, differentiate your brand, and ultimately create a lasting competitive advantage for yourself in the market.
Welcome to Differentiate or Die. This episode of Differentiate or Die is brought to you by MessageOS. And by brought to you by, we mean written by.
If your team describes your product 10 different ways, your product is no longer differentiated. It's confusing, and so are your customers.
MessageOS helps big teams keep every sales deck, social caption, and support reply on message and on brand.
Clear, consistent, differentiated. Every time someone talks about you.
See how it works at protagonistcomms.co. Daryl Merrill, do you like s'mores?
Yeah, sometimes I really have to be in the mood for it because they're so sugary.
That's right. You're not a sugar guy.
No, I'm not. I love making them. I think it's fun to roast the marshmallow and chocolate, and I love the idea of them. But the marshmallows are just so sugary. I'm not a huge chocolate person. And then they're also a little bit dry. I mean, I guess the marshmallow makes it less dry. I love the idea of them, and I'll still have them every once in a while, but not very often, if I'm being honest.
I don't like marshmallows if I'm not having them in a s'more. So I agree on the marshmallows. Marshmallows are trash. They're only good for s'mores. But let me ask you this. If you are in a mood for a s'more and you're camping and you're getting a hankering for some s'mores, or you want to make them for your kid, what chocolate did you get at the grocery store?
Ooh.
What's the best s'mores chocolate?
Oh my gosh, I know what you're going for. MrBeast or Feastables.
Feastables.
Oh, that's funny. Feastables versus what? Crunch?
No.
Versus Hershey's?
Versus Hershey's. Dang, you saw through me quick.
All right.
You saw through me quick.
Yeah, Hershey's. If I'm getting something for s'mores, I'm getting Hershey's. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Do you ever do something crazy? Do you ever, instead of using just a chocolate bar, do you ever use Reese's peanut butter cups or something like that?
Ooh, that actually, my wife would love that.
There's some crazy-ish you can do with some gourmet. Anyway, I digress. That's beside the point. Yes, we're talking about Hershey's, and we're talking about MrBeast's Feastable chocolate bars today. Tell me what you know.
Yeah.
Tell me what you know about Feastables.
Well, you introduced me to them.
I did? Oh my gosh.
Yes, and we did s'mores with them.
We did do s'mores with them.
I saw through it. It took me a second, but I did see through it. I liked them. I thought they were good. More than anything, I'm not a chocolate person. So, I'm a very terrible, target audience for this. But I really think that putting someone, because that came from MrBeast, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is a completely new concept of, I'm really famous. I have people that come to my Instagram and TikTok and etc. But then after that, now I can create a product too. I'm going to create a product that revolves around me, like my brand. And I think that's a really, really interesting concept that never used to exist. And now it is popping up all over the place.
Mm-hmm. So if you haven't had the absolute fortune to have tried a Feastables bar, here's the lowdown. So obviously MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson out in North Carolina, he's the biggest YouTuber in the world, and he's I'm tired of being paid to hawk other people's crap. I'm tired of being paid to plug Shopify on my own platform. I'm going to create my own product so that I can just... Yeah. It's like buying a building and paying yourself rent. He's I'm just going to pay myself rent, right? So he created Feastables with the former president of RX Bar, which is a really It's like it's not like a protein bar, but it's like a really healthy. I don't even know if it's a meal replacement. Anyway, but it's a really healthy bar that you can eat. And so he supposedly wanted to bring like a less processed, better for you snack to the market. If that's true, he utterly failed. I think that's the biggest load of BS I've ever heard for anyone that's creating candy. Then still has it tastes good anyway. So it was founded in 2021. First launched as MrBeast bar, and then they rebranded to Feastables. So Hershey's on the other hand.
That.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Well, so they incorporated in 2021, and then they publicly launched MrBeast bar in 2022, and then I'm not sure when they rebranded to Feastables, but I think it originally started as MrBeast bar. So Hershey, on the other hand, founded in 1894. So talk about an old, slow-moving incumbent market majority holder. So everyone probably knows the story. Milton S. Hershey pivoted to chocolate full time in 1900. I think he was doing something else. So they became a publicly traded company, Fortune 500. S&P 500. All that stuff. So Milton Hershey, after seeing chocolate making machinery at the World Columbian Exposition in like 1900, he just like, oh, this is great. I'm going to make chocolate now. So he gets into chocolate making, and he's Hershey's has been like the name in chocolate for probably as long as, the 1900.
Yeah, totally.
So 125 years they've been in business. So this is an interesting case study because it's truly, how do you, as a small up and coming company, startup, compete and make moves in a market that is so saturated? The world is saturated with cocoa. The world is saturated with chocolate. How do you compete, especially against someone like Hershey's, that's like an S&P 500 company, got billions of dollars of their exposure at their disposal and enormous amounts of market share? How do you do it? So that's what we're going to chat about today.
Wow, I love it, Cameron. This is really, really interesting.
So which one do you want to take a look at first? You want to do Hershey's or you want to do Feastables?
Let's do Feastables.
Okay, here's Feastables' website. Pop-up ad. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, super in your face, super colorful. MrBeast Feastables, here's the H1. Choose chocolate that supports a living income for cocoa farmers. Okay, so he's attached his philanthropic stuff to his chocolate. So he's almost made like choosing his chocolate the morally superior choice, which that's a way to do it.
I mean, yes, but it's like you're saying that you're saying that Hershey's doesn't use cocoa farmers.
Well, I think what it's saying is living income. So I think, and I know this just from watching some of his stuff. So his whole thing is like, the chocolate industry is corrupted. They're using child labor and paying nothing. Big chocolate, Hershey's is paying people nothing. And so he's like, I'm paying my guys a living income reference index or something like that.
Okay.
He's paying him a living wage and not doing child labor. So, here we are. So scroll down below the fold. And the H1 says, on a mission to end child labor in the cocoa industry. Look what we're doing to move kids out of the cocoa fields into the classrooms. So, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's a differentiator. I don't think it's the differentiator, but it might be a differentiator.
I mean, it's pretty good.
People
choose their chocolate. Yeah, I mean, what we're talking about is choosing this over Hershey's, right?
Right.
Why am I choosing one over the other? Give me a choice here.
Right.
People care about this, right? There are people that would choose this over Hershey's because of this.
Right. Agreed. Scrolling down, Feastables, a flavor for every craving. Okay, so this is where it gets into the chocolate itself. So they've got cookies and cream, they've got dark chocolate, they've got milk chocolate, they've got peanut butter, they've got milk crunch, peanut butter chips. What the fuss? Oh, peanut butter cups. I've wanted to try these. They're not in any Walmart here in Utah, and it pisses me off because I want to try them so bad. If you can't tell, I've swallow this hook, line and sinker. So they've got a pretty big variety. It looks like they're competing with Hershey's in a lot of their product categories. Especially with the Reese's peanut butter cups. That's like home territory here. I mean, look how full of peanut butter those are. For those that can't see, it's like puts Reese's peanut butter cups to shame. So, but yeah, let's keep going. Where to buy? So they're in Walmart, they're in 7-Eleven, so they're in big retail is their sales channel. That's interesting. Okay, cool. That's Feastables. Let's go to Hershey's here. So you go to Hershey.
Can you go back real quick, Cameron?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I just want to point one thing out real quick. Like even their Mr. Feastables shop ethical sourcing. It's like all over their website, right? It's like even one of their tabs.
Yeah.
And then it's not, you don't get into the store until like the very bottom.
It's right? True. They are very message forward.
They are very message forward until like, oh, now you can buy it. Here it is at the bottom. Instead of, hey, here's our chocolate bar.
I didn't actually expect this.
Me neither. It is really good. I'm really liking this.
Yeah, I dig that a lot. Yeah, I mean, you have to scroll 1-2 sections down before you even get to product, which is great. I think that's best case scenario. Actually,
yeah,
sell on the message and then talk about the product. Use problem language,
especially when you're trying to like get people to buy yours for a different reason.
Right. So moving over to Hershey's, the H1 is, have you had your Hershey's? Oh my gosh. H2, whether you're unwrapping a classic Hershey's milk chocolate bar for s'mores or drizzling Hershey's syrup on dude, say that 5 times fast. Or you're drizzling Hershey's syrup on a sundae, our products are your go-to for making sweet memories. Interesting.
Okay. I mean, what the product is. It's clear.
Yep. H2 below the fold. It's time for a treat upgrade. It's officially s'more season, and it's going to be even sweeter with new Hershey's caramel packed with rich, gooey caramel. Oh, so that's new?
Maybe, yeah. But Karen, do you know why they did this?
Did what?
Do you know why?
No, why?
They started putting caramel because it uses less chocolate.
Oh, that makes sense. But couldn't the caramel be more expensive though?
Nope. Because like cocoa trees are like,
oh, you're right. Caramel's just sugar.
Yeah, and so like cocoa it's a premium product right now because
that's actually good. That's actually smart.
It is, and you're not going to say that on your website, but
no.
And it looks good to me. I still would probably buy it, but that is why they're doing it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Scrolling down, did you know we make approximately 373 million Hershey's milk chocolate bars each year? Okay, so talking about the huge juggernaut that Hershey's is. They're absolutely massive. 373 million Hershey's. That's crazy. Shop Hershey's favorite candies.
Wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so honestly, I don't think there's any differentiation here. But like, okay, so let me ask you this. If you're the incumbent and you've been the majority market share owner for a long time, do you need differentiation? Or are you playing a different game?
That's really hard, actually. Yes. Okay. When you are Hershey's and it's a product, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, I would actually say. And I've never said this before, but looking at Hershey's as a product, you need clarity a lot, and they actually do a decent job of clarity.
Right.
Do you need differentiation? You don't. No, I don't think so.
Right. Because your differentiation is just you own the market. I guess that's not even really a differentiation.
Yeah.
But,
no, and you need to be continuously innovating. Like Hershey's will never change. Like it won't. Your messaging should change probably a little bit over time, like to what people want and A/B testing, etc. Things change. People might want Hershey's now because of s'mores, but maybe it goes out of style and people want them with different things now, or it could change. But like you also need to be probably creating different products maybe now with Hershey's, which they do
Yeah,
with the
looking at the
caramel and
caramel,
with
yeah.
other stuff. So I mean, I don't know. That's a really good point that is worth discussing.
Should we see if they're consistent?
Yes, let's do it. I expect Hershey's to be consistent, and actually probably Feastables. I bet they both are.
Yeah, let's take a look at Hershey's first. So this is Hershey's Instagram, and their bio says, "We're here to bring people together through the power of chocolate." Hashtag heartwarming the earth. Okay, so sweet sentiment. I guess it's all about chocolate, so cool on clarity, I suppose. All right. But in terms of messaging, kind of, okay, exactly what you'd expect. There's nothing innovative. It's just chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about MrBeast, though? Are you ready for this one?
Yep.
MrBeast's Instagram says, ethically sourced snacks available at Walmart, Target, and 7-Eleven locations nationwide. So they are consistent. They're leading with the ethical sourced stuff.
Yeah. I really wish they would describe a little bit more why and how. Like they did a pretty good job on the website, but that's what confused me at first with their H1 was like, it's that they pay their farmers a living wage.
So you're saying...
Like that. Supports a living income. I actually like that. I like that better.
Just a little clearer on their Instagram.
It is, yeah, on what ethically sourced means.
Right.
So it is consistent. I wish it was a little more clear, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, definitely consistent. I think they're leading with their differentiator, and I think it's clear. Oh, sorry. I think it could be a little clearer. I agree with you. But honestly, like in terms of consistency, like I give them high marks.
Yeah, me too.
It's good. Okay, so Daryl, are they differentiated? What are your scores on these two?
Yeah, they're different. Yeah, I would say so. I mean,
is their
different
product
from each other.
different?
Yeah, I mean, people that like Hershey's are going to eat Hershey's. People that like this are going to eat this, and a lot of it has like, besides their messaging, like in their actual product, they are different products that taste different. But you got to get people to try them. So MrBeast has done a good job or Feastables has done a good job to realize, I'm only going to compete with Hershey's if I actually have some sort of differentiator that people care about. Because if I just say that I'm a better chocolate bar, nobody's going to care. Nobody, I mean, maybe they'd care because it's him and it's on his face, but like, he's smart enough to realize that's not enough. It can't just be Feastables, MrBeast, my face on a Hershey's bar. Like it can't be that. And so he's done a good job differentiating himself against the juggernaut. So I'd give them both pretty high marks. I mean, Hershey's isn't that different, but like you said, maybe they don't need to be, and that's very unique. Like I don't think that there's very many companies that can do this, that can try to not like they're just so ingrained in this society. Like Hershey's bars are so ingrained, and I could be wrong, and maybe they need to, and MrBeast Feastables like kills the market because they realize that they're like, I don't know, that it's a better bar, and so people stop getting Hershey's because there's better things out there.
Yeah, I would say that MrBeast is definitely differentiated. I originally coming into this was going to say they were differentiated on sales channel because MrBeast has just amassed an insane following. So he's built in his sales channel just off of his. I think that's the differentiator for influencer based businesses is they just have built in audiences. They have a network of primed and ready people to buy, and so the sales channel is different. So that's what I was originally going to say, but then this whole ethical him leading as hard as he does with the ethical sourcing, almost as hero language. So hero language being like being the customer language, talking about what your customer wants. Customers want maybe they want to know they're doing some good in the world when they buy chocolate, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Aspirational identity, they don't want to, well, I guess they don't want to be, maybe it's the inverse, is they don't want to be a part of like child exploitation or something like that.
Yeah, totally.
They want to be part of the solution. So leading with that the way he has, where it's all about, hey, my chocolate is all ethical and it's paying people living wages and it's getting rid of child labor in Africa. That surprised me. And having it be consistent across the board surprised me. So I would give MrBeast, I would almost give him a 5 for both of those things. Like, against Hershey, yes, I'd give him a 5. Yeah. He's way different. Honestly, dude, you've made me question it. I was going to give him a 5 on clarity, but I can see your critique on his Instagram bio, so maybe I'll give him a 4. But I'll give him a 9 overall. I think MrBeast
That's exactly what I would give him. Yeah, the exact same thing. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just a little bit of cleanup. Like, it wouldn't even take much, and it's probably not that big of a deal.
No,
so
it's probably not.
Like, it's not a big deal, but it could be a little bit better. And then as far as Hershey's goes, for clarity, really good. I mean, I'd give them the same. Like,
5.
Over hundreds of years, like, they haven't changed their product at all. It's pretty clear. So 5 on that. And differentiation, like, I'll give a 3. Like, they're not different, but they may not need to be. So a 7 and a 9. There you go, Cameron.
7 and a 9. Good for MrBeast. Like, okay, so talking about MrBeast, his success, like, he is consistently sold out of Walmart all across the country. Like, that's how crazy successful he is. So, like, I think the ethically sourced plus his competitive advantage of his audience, his sales channel, like, that makes him mad competitive, which is a good example of, you've got to be different if you're going to go toe to toe with these big boy meat eating incumbent companies. Like, you've got to be different. And if you're not different, you don't have a hope of actually making a dent in the market. You're going to die. They're going to kill you. They're going to quash you.
I'm really curious if, like, Hershey's cares or if it's just an annoying mosquito to them.
That'd be interesting as well to hear.
Like, how much market do they actually take away from Hershey's? And I mean, part of it, they're never in stores, is probably they don't have the type of production that Hershey's has to, like, always be stocked in stores and stuff like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I bet Hershey's probably has not hurt too much so far. But they could, and maybe they are, and maybe it is an issue.
So I just did a quick Google search. How much market share does Feastables steal from Hershey's? And there's one article that says, reportedly, Feastables is on track to become a $200 million brand, while Hershey's stock price is dropping. That's just the headline. I don't even know if that's true, but it is interesting if that is indeed the case.
Yeah. Well, if you feel like you want to take on a juggernaut like Hershey's, hit us up and we'll make you into a very enticing company. See us at protagonistcomms.co.
Peace.